Somers High School. So I wanted to start off by saying one of you had spoken about what cut would have the most minimal to no impact on students, and cutting the director of guidance would be a huge impact, especially for the seniors and juniors who are going through the college process. The director of guidance has the guidance and background that you want a director of guidance to have, or anybody who may fill a similar position. Some things I strongly ask you to reconsider the budget on is especially the technology in school. My tablet, to be completely honest, has been sitting in a desk drawer for the past 2 years, probably collecting. Our director of guidance picks up the slack that other counselors leave behind. She gets the work done. Additionally, she's there emotionally and is compassionate about her students. She is one of, if not the most remarkable members and directors in our school community. As many of the students have said before, if the school board cares so much about students, then talk to us.
So good evening, everybody. I thought I was batting cleanup, but I think that tonight what's really wonderful to me is to see this whole community come out and speak about Dr. Hardy in such loving terms. It really, for me, as a parent, seeing this happen and seeing such kids speak so articulately and from the heart, it really is inspiring to me. And I want to say that I had this whole thing prepared. I did some research online about Dr. Hardy. I found out some more information. Oh, my name's Anthony Perotti Jr. Sorry about that. And I had this whole thing prepared, and everybody already said it. So what I want to do is cut to the chase, because I know it's a late night. And I just want to say the last part of what I wanted to tell you is that believe in the voices of the students, parents, and staff, and listen to them deeply as they have articulated their feelings to you. Dr. Hardy identifies with the kids. She can relate to them in a very unique way, as you can see. She listens to them. Sometimes speaking is a great skill. Listening is a better skill. She believes in these students. You can see that, you know that, and implements change and adapts to our current society, which, as we all know, is a very difficult society that we're living in right now. On page 4 of the budget of 2015-16, it says a tri-state visit is planned for the February 2016 with a focus on how our district supports the whole child, academic, social-emotional, and physical development. Isn't that all about what Dr. Hardy has implemented over the last 7 years? It's so important and part of our culture at Somers that we actually put it in the budget of what is 2015-2016. But importantly, there's a mission statement in that budget. And the mission statement on page 1 says as follows: Somers Central School District will ignite a passion in each student by engaging students at a personal level to ensure success in a global society. If you want to achieve this goal, don't fire the person who is the igniter of the passion you so want to foster and achieve. And I thank you very much.
My name is John Winnicky. I'm not going to go in the same direction. What I understand from being in Somers for many, many years is the commitment that we have as students, as parents, as faculty. There's no question for me about that. The thing that I would like to know about, the certain things about the budget are clear. You're reducing, if enrollments are lower, then things will have to change, get it. But what I would ask and what I would want to see is that I would like to actually, I'm a business consultant, so it's really about change, things about innovation. And so I'd like to actually suggest and recommend is to go back to the teachers and find out, I like to know what their recommendations are. They're the ones that are in the programs every day and they're working with the kids. I'd like to see if there's a challenge, let them help solve that problem. and I'd like to see what their proposals are and see, why maybe reject or not reject it, but I'd actually like to see their proposals and see how they can come up with a creative way to help solve this problem. Thank you.
Evening, my name is Steve Harris. I have one daughter in the high school. I graduated an older daughter who's now in college, actually just finished up. 2 points. One is, from a personal perspective, I am so tired of hearing that the CPI is the fault of where we are year after year after year on these budget discussions. The state put that policy into effect. We saw it coming down the road. And this administration and prior ones have just kicked the can down the road again and again. There was a stat up on one of those slides that said we're about to lose, I think, 100 students and then another 80. But before that, we've lost 300 or 400 over the last 10 years. We're looking at a budget that's almost twice as big as it was in 2001, yet our enrollment is 10% lower. The reason the state found it necessary to impose this CPI tax levy issue is illustrated by one of the second or third slides Mr. Crowley put up. It's the way budgets used to be done, and they're still done. We start with this year's budget, we roll over next year, assuming we're going to spend everything that we spent this year, and then we identify a, quote, gap that we need to make up for. No consideration of enrollment or the impact of, I guess, other issues. It's just, this is what we started with, this is where we're going, how are we going to make up the difference? And to that extent, I would respectfully disagree with the comment that board or the administration acts like, quote, any other family with expenses and such. That's not how families budget. Point 2. I am so proud and amazed by the students that had the courage and the wisdom that they shared with us all here tonight. They see firsthand the impact of a teacher or an administrator in their school. But what I heard tonight with this IB proposal that's being rolled out supposedly at the loud and clear demand of the community, which I never heard or saw, is that it's based on a philosophy of multiculturalism, and that we think it has the potential to have the impact on more students than are actually enrolled in it. Basically speculating and navel-gazing about the potential value of a program that I'm not sure where it came from or why we need it or want it. But we can contrast that with the impact on the students who have been touched by somebody like Mrs. Hardy in an existing program. So I would suggest to you, respectfully, table this IB thing. Figure out going forward how we're going to deal with this repeating issue. We'll be here again next year saying, boy, gas prices went down and CPI is this boogeyman that we have to deal with, and 6 to 12 more full-time employees have to be left up. This is going to play itself out every year for the foreseeable future. Let's not push something up in here called the Intellectual Baccalaureate Program, because it might have a potential impact on far fewer students than the ones that were here today and expressed how they were.
Good evening, my name is Helen LaHood. First of all, I'd like to reiterate the statements that I'm really proud of the students that stood up here. It's really difficult when you stand out in the public and speak from your heart, and I can tell you that Morgan Catch, Brian Olifers, you guys did a fantastic job representing your student body. I overheard Ms. Myers say at the beginning of this meeting, before everybody sat down, somebody said, this should be interesting tonight. Ms. Myers, you said this is a conversation to the person you were speaking to. And it is supposed to be a conversation. One of the problems that I've had with listening to everything that was said tonight was the position that has been told that is going to be eliminated in the administrative position is the Director of Guidance. I invite everybody here to go onto the website and look at the organizational structure of this school district. I want to know why, because it hasn't been answered. Was this position chosen? I have a son in the high school. He doesn't have Dr. Hardy. I know she's fantastic from what I can tell. I want to know why you guys picked that position. There are multiple directors. I challenge parents to go on seethroughnewyork.org. You'd like to know how much each one of your administrators and or teacher and or guidance counselor makes. The number is there. The facts of the matter are that the position you're trying to eliminate is around $160,000. Your job is to support the students. The key job in that department, as you can tell from these kids, is the Director of Guidance. If you eliminate Dr. Hardy, I challenge you to come up with who you will put in that position, because those people are not educated to be in that position. Dr. Blanche talked about it kind of being maybe a split role with an assistant principal. Sorry. You don't have time to spend. You've already got a full-time job. This job is important to the students. And I respectfully ask the board to come back in February and explain to us why it was this position that was chosen, because I have yet to hear an answer to that question, and why other positions in this district are not considered in the admin role. Please listen to the students, because those are the people you're affecting directly. I'm a taxpayer, and to eliminate this position would be a terrible, terrible decision. You heard it from a teacher tonight, or a guidance counselor who said she was in a school district, firsthand saw this happen. There was a reason this position was created. Now you're going to take it away? Please listen to the students. Thank you for listening.
Good evening. My name is Christine Williamson Canavan, and I can tell you all that I have absolutely no idea who Dr. Hardy is. My daughter, one in 8th grade and one in 4th grade, have not ever had any encounter with her, nor have we had any encounters with any of the guidance counselors in the high schools yet. I'm getting ready to buckle up for all of that next year. What I'd like to talk about is the Whole Child Initiative. Several years ago, it was presented to us, and I really feel that guidance is a very essential part and support of the Whole Child Initiative. Whether you have a girl who's crying to get on the bus, she's afraid to get on the bus to go to Primrose, or a bucket filler in the intermediate school, or a raging adolescent in SMS. This I see every day. I work in SMS as a recess monitor. Very fun job, but I see a lot every day. These kids need guidance. I'm not up to high school yet. Like I said, I'm buckling up. I, like many of you, will do the best that I can. I'll fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. I'll admit that. But I think we need one central person with experience in all of these areas and fingers in all of the schools, the way Dr. Hardy or the guidance person, whether it's Dr. Hardy or whoever is there, has experience in all these areas to somewhat have a common thread for our students and aid in their development. Another thing I'd like to discuss is things are changing so much.